Initiating login sequence. Welcome to Alyx's world.
Tony Khan has fired the first shots at WWE at the beginning of WrestleMania weekend. Tonight, we got Ring of Honor's return. Ring of Honor Supercard 2022, which saw the return of Samoa Joe and many other things. Bro.
Did you watch WWE Hall of Fame tonight?
Which is an interesting question because this is not what this video is about. It's about Ring of Honor and Samoa Joe. Hall of Fame will be talked about on WrestleMania weekend. You can stop asking that question now, sir. You've been asking that question all night. And I think I already told you that you don't need to keep asking the same questions over and over. This ain't the time, Sam. We'll talk about WrestleMania when WrestleMania is around. That includes the Hall of Fame. So that's tomorrow. You want my thoughts on that? Watch that tomorrow. Tonight, it's about Ring of Honor. It's about Samoa Joe. It's about many, many, many other things not pertaining to WWE. We got 2 days of WWE talk. Wait for that then. Okay? Now, what was I saying before I was so rudely interrupted? Ring of Honor returned with a great pay-per-view tonight, which saw the return of Samoa Joe and many other surprises. That includes the Young Bucks and a few other people making very surprising appearances. So if you are someone that's sick and tired of the same old WWE Raw SmackDown, maybe even you're sick of AEW's Dynamite Rampage, you want something a little bit more different, something with a different paint of coat, you know, something that's gonna whet that appetite, but in a different way. Well, you got Ring of Honor now. And I thought this was an excellent return for the show. We'll talk about the results of the matches. We'll also get into some other pieces of news. But we gotta start off with Samoa Joe. When Samoa Joe showed up, I knew that was gonna be the highlight, one of the highlights of the weekend. Because we're still early. Things are still peaking up. I haven't seen a lot of other things pertaining to WWE, not the Hall of Fame. We'll get to that tomorrow. Because I'm saving that for my first stream, which will be WrestleMania Night 1, NXT TakeOver Deliver, and of course the Hall of Fame. But in terms of AEW Ring of Honor, yo, listen, let me tell you something. The moment I saw FTR versus the Briscoes, I said to myself, that's going to be the match of the weekend. I said nothing they can do on WWE's side, there is nothing they can do that will top that. And as of right now, I am standing by that statement because that match, it wasn't just a match of the year candidate, as we all knew it would be. That is easily one of the best tag matches I've seen in a long ass time. So even if you don't like a lot of stuff that AEW does, if you love tag team wrestling, you should go see that. That match by itself was worth the price of admission. $30 for that match? Shit, I would have paid $50 for it. It was that good. I'm glad I didn't because I don't have that kind of money. But, oh my God, there's so much to get into. I don't want to waste too much time. I am very aware that even though we're late, I think for some of you it's past midnight. It's about to be midnight for some of you. We still got other YouTubers here doing their thing live. So I am competing with them. So if you're watching me live, I do appreciate you for making me a part of your night and day, depending on when you're watching me. And those of you who are catching me afterwards, thank you for taking the time to listen to me, to check me out. So let's not waste any time. Let's pay these bills and get right to it. If this is the first time you're watching me and you like what I have to say, do me a solid favor. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all of my content when it comes out. While you're at it, help expand the brand by doing the following things. Join the membership. Click that join button and be a part of the ever-expanding brand by getting the opportunity to request a video of your choosing, which is a live reaction, a hot topic, or a review, past, present, or future. Also, like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter at JustAlexCentral. Also, give me a follow on Instagram and give me a follow on Spotify. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, Venmo. And yes, Super Chats are officially on. You can donate at any point in time during the broadcast to get your thoughts played live on the air. Email me at justalexsworld@gmail.com for business inquiries, just to say hi. And please get yourself a t-shirt today and Pro Wrestling Tees and Teespring. Get you an old school Deluxe Man t-shirt. Get you a new school Alex's World t-shirt. But most importantly, get you a blonde hair, blue eyes, apple pie. America, bump girl, remix t-shirt made by It's J Knox and Firestar Heart. All this down below in the description box. And before we get to the shout outs, I want to take this time to thank my newest sponsor. That's right, we got a new sponsor, ladies and gentlemen. And that is Surfshark. Let's get a quick word from Surfshark before we get to our shoutouts, shall we? Today's video is sponsored by Surfshark VPN. When you're doing business on the web, having a VPN is almost essential, and many agree there's no better service than Surfshark. Let me tell you why. Surfshark provides you 24/7 protection from hackers, data leaks, malware, and even allows you free access to movie streaming services in different countries. I personally appreciate Surfshark's ability to block all malware websites and scan all downloads for potential viruses. You just never know what could impact your online experience, and navigating has become a lot more safer because of this service. So today, if you visit the link surfshark.deals/justalex and use the promo code JustAlex, you not only get 83% off your monthly payments, but you'll get an extra 3 months for free. This is a massive deal that many of you should take up while it's here. So don't wait, feel safe, get protected by Surfshark today. That's right, your boy is doing big things. Thank you, Surfshark, for once again sponsoring this broadcast. And hopefully you guys get you your own little free membership for 3 months. The link to it is down below. Go ahead and click that link and check it out. Show some love to the moderators who are here. Ultra, Shout Nice on Firestar Heart, Alyx, Demian got to the Hawk, who help keep this a safe space for wrestling fans like you. And let's get a couple of super chats in here. I think I see the super chat champ just kind of lurking around. Let's get a word from him.
'Cause you are my love. Do you ever dream of rain?
I can already hear Joe screaming Regal and telling MJF to be his lackey again.
Man, MJF and freaking Samoa Joe. Oh, man. Woo, that's gonna be good. Now, a quick reminder that Nickname I will be defending his belt, but not on night 1. I know it says WrestleMania 38, but I should have been specific. He'll be defending the belt on WrestleMania night 2. So not tomorrow, but Sunday night. So if you want the belt, you're going to have to wait till Sunday. Those are the rules. But you can still donate tomorrow if you want to. I'm not going to stop you. All right, let's go ahead and do these shout outs really quickly. Once again, I am very aware I'm going live with the other big YouTubers, so my audience is most likely going to be low until a lot later on. And that is fine. The ones who are here are the loyalists who support me. So thank you to the following people. Jojo, King of Heckle Mundo. Good to see you, man. Khalil does everything. Everything? Oh, most definitely. Everything. As I said, Super Chat Champion, nickname my Joey Mom Arredondo. We got Young Breezy, JJ Bulldog, the lovely Miss Teresita is always in the building. We got Can You Feel It, Mr. Krabs? Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. We also got SM, who's causing some controversy in the live chat, saying, well, WWE makes a lot more money than AEW. That means WWE is better than AEW. Suck it! If you disagree with them, have a friendly discussion with him until he decides to be a jerk if he is that type of fan. If he's not and he's cool, hey, continue to have friendly discussions. It's okay to have differing opinions, just as long as you're not an asshole/jerk. We also got Big Hero Chris and Chris. So we got just regular Chris and Big Hero Chris. That's what we do. We got all the Chris's in the house. The 808 Keone is in the building. YouTube member, the 808 Keone. Rise Again, BH. Anthony White. Eric Decker. James Jones. That's a new one. Good to see you, James. Hope you stick around. Heartbreak Kid, Tokyo. We also have, I think I already said Joseph Winters. If I didn't, I'm giving you 2 shout-outs. Wrestling Reeds, Phantasmo, Garrick Faham, Husky518, KCMOD, Aaron Vermont, of course, in the building. Leo Milano. I want to keep going, but I'm just going to stop with Milano. Junior Jackson, is it SSG Constantine XL? Is that what it is? Or is it Constantine 11? Not too sure. Colonel H. Steakmania. And let's go ahead and get the last one to Ashley Greer Crowder. Thank you all for joining me. I can already see the numbers climbing. As I said, because there are other YouTubers coming in, I'm going to probably give y'all a little bit more time to walk in here. So I see that super chat about to play, so I'm going to let that play first.
Hey chat, Thunder Rosa was here last time. One love.
Oh, absolutely. Y'all missed out. Thunder Rosa was in the live chat and she was mingling. That woman got a beer. She was kicking back and was like, what y'all talking about? And she was in here, man. Y'all missed out. That's why y'all need to be here. Y'all over on Solomonster and JYD's, JD from NY, whatever the hell you want to call him. I called him Junkyard Dog, but that's not who he is. He knows exactly who he is. You're on the Good Mike Works. You're on these other people who are better than me. But you over there and Thunder Rosa was in Viva La Raza. That's right. She was here. Well, next time y'all decide to miss out on my streams, maybe you'll think twice. Because you just never know who's going to show up right here in Alyx's world, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. So let's go ahead and get to this. I'm going to go ahead and pause super chats. I am going to start things off hot. Fresh out the box. Stop. Look and watch. Of course, you can't go into anything without talking about Samoa Joe, the Samoan submission machine, who made an appearance at the end of ROH's Ring of Honor's Supercard of Honor 2022. Let me tell y'all something. This man coming in, this is one of those signings that we all said once he walked in, the game would change. CM Punk, Bryan Danielson, and now Samoa Joe. The only person they can pick up from WWE to complete the set would be AJ Styles, which I don't see happening. Not anytime soon. Shoot, probably not ever. Because they paying AJ, I think, $3 million to $5 million to stay away from AEW. Oh yeah, like, he's not going nowhere. But you get AJ Styles over here, forget about it. We have completed the set. But Samoa Joe coming to Ring of Honor, coming to AEW. Yes, for the record, in case you guys don't know, he's not just wrestling for Ring of Honor, he is also wrestling for All Elite Wrestling. He will be appearing on Dynamite this Wednesday. It is serious. This is not a drill. Samoa Joe is about to wreck shop. And watch this. He just did I think he did a conference with Tony Khan where he said he will be competing in the Owen Hart Cup. The Owen Hart Foundation Cup tournament. That's going to be freaking awesome. Oh my goodness. Samoa Joe and the Owen Hart Cup. So right off the bat, most of you got excited, and let me tell you why you got excited. You thought about Samoa Joe against CM Punk. You thought about Samoa Joe against MJF. You thought about Samoa Joe against Bryan Danielson. You thought about Samoa Joe against Hangman Page. You thought about Samoa Joe versus Malachi Black. You thought about Samoa Joe versus many others, including my personal favorite, Keith effing Lee. The roster is stacked with people for Samoa Joe to wrestle. And it's gonna be wild. Yo, I'm excited. I'm really excited for Samoa Joe. And guess what? You don't just have an on-screen performer. You also have someone who can work backstage, be a trainer, help out with production, recruit talent. Someone that if Tony Khan ever decided to, take the focus off of himself, take the load off of himself, like a William Regal, like many others, you can give some of that responsibility to Samoa Joe. Maybe you want someone on commentary. You put this man on the microphone, you'll be sold every single time. Now, we have to also consider this. Samoa Joe has an expiration date. He's in his 40s now. He's not as fast as he used to be. So while he's here, use him to the best of his ability. If he's a main event player, which he is, and you can use him on that level, use him on that level. And we're just talking AEW. I didn't touch ROH. There's so many other things you can do with him. The sky is the limit. The landscape is vast. I'm very excited for what's to come for Samoa Joe. If you ask me to pick his first feud, damn. We never even got Adam Cole versus Samoa Joe. I kind of want to go there first. We still got Kenny Omega and Samoa Joe, which we haven't gotten yet. Oh my god, there's so much we can do, man. It's a lot of things on the table. So, if I had to choose his first feud, I almost wanted to be MJF. I kind of wanted to be MJF. I kind of needed to be MJF. Although I'm pretty sure he'll start in Ring of Honor first and then come back up to AEW. But we'll see. He is All Elite. He's officially All Elite, and I can't wait to see what he does. And that's going to be awesome. You know what you did? You know what you did, Tony Khan? He knew exactly what he was doing, bringing in Samoa Joe the way he did. So give me your thoughts. I gotta get your thoughts on this. This is huge. This is mega huge. Samoa Joe and All Elite Wrestling. And not just All Elite Wrestling, Ring of Honor as well. Man, so my question to all of you. Who do you want to see Samoa Joe wrestle first? Now, he'll end up wrestling as many people as you want him to wrestle. I just want to know who do you think he'll wrestle first. Numero uno. Okay? But we'll get into more about Samoa Joe as time passes by, because he will be on Dynamite this upcoming Wednesday. So moving on from Mr. Samoa Joe, how's about we go ahead and get into the pay-per-view, shall we? I'm going to save Rampage for last, because I thought, in terms of the show itself, the show was good. The only thing I cared about, though, was Keith Lee versus Powerhouse Hobbs, which didn't disappoint. That match was great. But we'll talk about that last. You want to hear my thoughts, of course, on the Supercard of Honor. Ring of Honor Supercard 2022. And I gotta be honest with you. Just overall thoughts on the show. I got some black and gold NXT feelings. I got some black and gold vibes with this show. This show felt like an NXT takeover in more ways than one. And if I'm calling this an NXT takeover type of show, then you already know how I feel about it. This was amazing. This show had wrestling, it had storytelling, it had heel turns, it had new faces, it had returning faces, it had old faces. You had Tully Blanchard bringing in Brian Cage. You had the Young Bucks making an appearance. You had Samoa Joe coming back at the end. Undisputed Championships, Women's Championship. I can't wait for that match, by the way, because you know Deonna Purrazzo is the real Ring of Honor Women's Champ. She'll be taking on Mercedes Martinez? Shit. I guess that means Deonna Purrazzo is becoming All Elite soon. Uh-oh. You don't want that to happen now. Damn, this women's division is stacked as shit. I love it, though. I freaking love it. But yeah, like, so much happened on this show. So much happened. And I honestly cannot wait to talk about that tag match. That classic. The match of the mother effing weekend. FTR versus the Briscoes. There ain't a single fucking match this weekend that will top it. And Dave Meltzer, I'm gonna say this to Dave Meltzer, and I know he doesn't watch me, but just pretend he does. Dave, if you don't give FTR versus the Briscoes 5 stars, if you find a reason to not give them 5, hell, it better be at minimum 5 stars. Cause I'll be damned if that match isn't at least a 5.25. Cause that match was outstanding. If that isn't a 5-star match, Dave, fuck your scale. Your scale needs to retire, goddammit. For real. Dave has a history of making matches that should be 5 stars, not 5 stars. I'll be damned if this one isn't. I better not see no 4.75. It better be 5 stars. Dagnabbit, I will hunt Dave Meltzer down. And make him make it 5 stars. Watch me. Shit. But you have so much on this show. And if you are a wrestling fan that is disgruntled with WWE and other wrestling shows that aren't giving you your fix, then I guarantee you, if you watch this show, you will get your fix. So let's just go down the card. So first off, great crowd. The Curtis Curwell Center, I believe in Dallas, Texas. This was also in Dallas. So before FTR and Briscoes was announced, I think the show only sold like 250 tickets. The moment they announced FTR versus Briscoes, everything sold out. They sold out the building. And it wasn't big. It was like around 2,000, 3,000 seats. So it's not like they did like an arena. But for the venue, for the small venue they had, 2,000 in that much time? That's good. Great crowd, great energy. Commentary was good. I don't know who they are. There were a couple of times they were, I'm not going to say they were lifeless. They just seemed uninterested, if that makes sense. But overall, they did a pretty good job. They're not Jim Ross. No one is. They're not Mauro Ranallo. No one is. But speaking of Mauro Ranallo, hold on for a minute. If Mauro's not doing anything, if he ain't doing shit, we need to get him on Ring of Honor. I'm a hit up Tony Khan and I'm gonna tell homeboy, if you can get Ring of Honor a TV deal, please put Mauro Ranallo on Ring of Honor. I will watch that shit every goddamn week. I will stop watching Raw and SmackDown just to give my time to Ring of Honor and AEW. I'm serious. That's where my head's gonna go. That's where my focus is going. If you give me Mauro Ranallo on Ring of Honor, I am there. Come on now. Come on, like you sign Mauro to a Ring of Honor contract, you best believe I ain't missing that. I ain't missing a damn thing. Let me play this super chat because I think it's funny. This is a great super chat.
I miss NXT Ring of Honor might be what we need.
Oh man, NXT Ring of Honor? I love it. We got some NXT talent on Ring of Honor. I'm just saying. I saw Swerve. I saw Joe. Wait, who else is from NXT on here? I saw The Revival. I saw Mercedes. Hey, they here. Shit. Alex Zane. He was on NXT 205 Live for like a short period of time, but still, I see him. All right, let's go ahead and get to it. Let's get to this card that I thought was just an awesome, outstanding card. The show opens up with my boy Swerve. Whose house? Swerve Strickland versus Alyx Zane. So, not gonna lie, match started off pretty solid. Got clunky towards the middle. They started botching their moves. But they were able to recover, and they finished off amazingly. So I can't give it a high grade because it wasn't a perfect match. But it was high octane, it was high energy, it was fast paced, and the crowd loved it. And the right guy went over, Swerve Strickland. He is a main event player, a future main event player. So yes, make him strong as strong can possibly be. Keep him strong. Super excited to see what they do with him, whether it's Ring of Honor and or All Elite Wrestling. Then we move on to Ninja Mac. Return of the Mac. Return of the Mac. Wait, wrong one. My bad. Not that type of Mac. Although Willie Mack, I think, is Willie Mack, is he a part of the roster? Why do I think he's a part of the roster? I don't think he is. I think he's MLW. Whatever. So someone do some research for me. Find me the roster or the company Willie Mack is a part of. I was on the impression he was a part of Ring of Honor, but maybe not. Well, this Mac, Ninja Mac, took on the newest client of Tully Blanchard's Enterprises, TBE. And it was, I'm a machine! Freaking Brian Cage. My boy Cage is on Ring of Honor and he's with Tully Blanchard. Yes! Absolutely, yes! Now hire Melissa Santos and make her his personal ring announcer. And you will have a full package. And then give him a straight push to that Ring of Honor World title. I'm serious. To me, if you got Brian Cage on Ring of Honor, the only place he should be is the main event picture. Give him the belt. Let's get him a straight shot to that belt. And we're starting things off hot. He squashed, and I mean squashed, Ninja Mac. Return of the Mac. Return of the Mac. Sorry, wrong song. But still, that boy destroyed Ninja Mac, and it was awesome. Love it. Love the monster booking. Keep it up. Keep it consistent. I'm serious. Like, I want to see Brian Cage run through everybody, including Samoa Joe. Fuck it. That should be a main event right there. Samoa Joe versus Brian Cage. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. For real. I'm there. Can't wait for that match. Oh, but one of my favorite matches, one of my favorite pieces of storytelling throughout the entire night was everything. And I mean everything. Khalil does everything. Including this. Not really, because he does a book. Regardless, Jay Lethal versus Lee Moriarty. Let me say something. I know most people are not a fan of long-term storytelling. And I know a lot of people were giving AEW hell for how they were booking Jay Lethal. Oh my god, he would get buried on TV, and then he would win his matches on Dark. Like there wasn't a plan behind that. Y'all are just impatient. Y'all are so used to things being fucked up by WWE, you expect everybody to fuck things up. And I'm so sick and tired of these people on Twitter just ramming on AEW, giving them shit without even really just looking at what they've done. They took Jay Lethal, who, let's be real, was having some of the best matches on TV for the last, I dare say, month or so. His match with Jon Moxley was fire. His match with Adam Cole was fire. His match with Sammy Guevara was fire. This man's been having awesome goddamn matches, but he's been losing all of them. He's been losing them. And it's been frustrating him. And he doesn't know what to do. So now that he's returned to Ring of Honor to take on Lee Moriarty, who he calls basically himself but younger. And in this match, you saw Jay Lethal getting frustrated. And every corner, every chance, every turn, Lee Moriarty was there to counter him, to get the better of him. And throughout the match, you see Jay Lethal becoming a little bit more frustrated and thinking that he's about to lose. And towards the end, he does the unthinkable. He low blows Lee Moriarty. Now, some of you are going, oh, okay, well, that's typical. This is Ring of Honor. They take their rules seriously. They take their code of honor very seriously. And Jay Lethal broke that code of honor. And he low-blowed him. And it's so well done because it was built up over months. It's been built up to. They built up to this moment for months. Tony Khan, my man. How you got this good? That low blow was outstanding, and that win was great. And then the aftermath was amazing. I love the aftermath. You had people getting into the ring. You had Jay Lethal knocking down other people. I think he knocked down, who did he knock down and start beating up? Matt Sydal. Because Matt Sydal was injured. Jay Lethal started whipping his ass. He's like, God damn, I had to do what I had to do. I'm tired of losing, damn it. Now, I'm not going to be losing no Ring of Honor. That heel turn was great. That's how you do a heel turn. You understand where he comes from. So I'm losing on AEW. Hell no, I'm not going to lose on Ring of Honor. Because I'm the franchise, baby. Loved it. That was an awesome... That is how you do a heel turn. That was great, man. Oh, man, I loved it. And I love what they did with them later on tonight as well. But that match was awesome. That was an awesome match. Great piece of business. And so far, I'm like, this is already better than WrestleMania. And then we got the women's match. So, I'll be fair. Look, when it comes to ROH's women's division, they kind of got put in a bad position because Roxy, who was their previous Ring of Honor Women's Champion, got signed by WWE. And before her, I think it was... Oh, who was her name? What was her name? Well, regardless, after they lost those two women, they gave it to Deonna Purrazzo. Now, Deonna Purrazzo, she's good, but the problem is she's signed by Impact Wrestling. And unless Impact Wrestling gives her the go, or the say-so, she can't wrestle for anybody else. So she's holding a different company's belt, wrestling for another company that she's signed under. That's quite the dilemma. But eventually she will have to come over and defend that belt because we need an we can't just have an interim women's title. So I'm pretty sure that originally they wanted to do Mercedes Martinez versus Deonna Purrazzo, which would have been, woo! That would have been fire! That would have been great. But instead, we got Mercedes versus Willow! Not Jeff Hardy, but Willow Nightingale. Now, quick thing about Willow. She cute. She has a great personality. She's cute. I already said that, sorry. And she has great assets. What? Now, look. She is very attractive, and she has a great personality, great look. She's unique in that aspect. Like, visually, she stands out. And then she starts wrestling. Nope. No. I'm actually disappointed in Ring of Honor. Maybe it's because this is the only person they had. I don't know what their roster looks like, but really? Like, homegirl needs work. Now, she is green, so I can't fault her for not being on the level of a Deonna Purrazzo or the level of a Mercedes or, hell, anybody. But for real, like, when it comes to these pay-per-view events, it should be reserved for the people who are good. Sorry. I think homegirl has potential. I think over time, if she continues to work, she'll get better. But it was clear as day she is not well trained yet. So the fact that she was competing for the Ring of Honor's women's title lets me know that there isn't much of a roster right now, which sucks. But the match wasn't terrible. It was decent. It just was a slog at points, and it was also very sloppy. What you gonna do? I think there was a moment where freaking... When was it? It was when she did the moonsault. When Willow did the moonsault off the top rope, and she almost literally crushed the ribs of Mercedes Martinez. She almost killed homegirl. She didn't almost kill her, but it might as well have been that. It was bad. it was crazy how badly she almost messed up her ribs. But yeah, man, that again, she's cute, and I want to like her, but she needs to work. She needs to get her behind, get your rear end in check, dad nabbit. So yeah, the right person won. Mercedes should win. She is your interim women's champion. Good for her. And there will be a Deonna Purrazzo versus Mercedes Martinez match. I can't wait for that. That is going to be outstanding. Can't wait for that one. But in the meantime, Willow Nightingale, I hope she sticks around and I hope she continues to work, because she is awesome. You know what I mean? So I think after that is when we get to FTR versus the Briscoes. Am I right? Oh my goodness. Okay. Like, and I really mean this. I already knew. As soon as they announced the match, as soon as they said Briscoes versus FTR, in my mind I said, that's the match of the weekend. That's it. Yes, we'll have AJ Styles versus Edge. We'll have Brock versus Roman, which will be great. That will be a great match. We'll have Austin returning. That won't really be a match. It will be a spectacle, but that'll be great. I don't know about any other match on the card, honestly, outside of those matches I just named. So, for me, it was a no-brainer what was going to have the best match of the entire weekend. Briscoes versus FTR was everything, and I mean everything, that I wanted it to be. This was amazing. And I can't imagine what the atmosphere was like in the arena. The match, before the match even began, before the bell rung, the entire crowd was on their feet giving it a standing ovation. They got a standing ovation before the bell rung. Like, what? You already knew it was going to be a classic. When the crowd is giving you a standing ovation before the bell rung, you know it's going to be special, and it was. They were going back and forth. Them boys, top guys. Them boys, top guys. Them boys. And as someone that hasn't been the biggest fan of the Briscoes for obvious reasons, this was one of those matches that let me go. That let me see them as what people have always seen them as. And that is one of the best tag teams in the world today. Now, FTR, I think for sure, especially after this match, when you ask me who is the best tag team today, I don't know if I can say it's the Young Bucks. I think FTR just took it. I think FTR is on top. Top guys. Top guys. And you already know it's about to be dope because homeboy Bret Hart is about to come in and manage them. Bret Hart is about to come manage FTR. Yo, man. Yo. Let's go. That's awesome. But let me tell y'all something. Here's the great thing about this match. When I say there was everything in this match you could ever want, I mean, you had dives, you had double teams, you had near falls. The near falls especially were fantastic. Fan-freaking-tastic. You had blood. You had the old school feel. There wasn't really a slow point. The only time of the match, and this was very brief, but the only time of the match that felt like it dragged was when you had, I think it was paramedics go out to the ring to check on Dax Harwood, because he had a concussion, I think, from hitting something and his head was busted open. So they were checking on him, and Dax told him, no, I want to finish the match, but they had to give him a minute to get his bearings. So the match it slowed to a crawl for that brief moment. But once we got past that, man, double team, near fall. The crowd ate it up too, man. I don't think I will see a match like this at all at WrestleMania. When I say this is a match of the year candidate, and you guys know me, I'm not someone that just throws out A+ like candy. I give A+ to things that deserve it. If anything else, I would have given it an A. At least an A. But when I give it an A+, I am 1000% confident if anyone watched it, you would love it. Non-wrestling fans can watch this match and go, that match was crazy. This, to me, already is a match of the year candidate, and when it's all said and done by the end of 2022, it will still be a match of the year candidate. This was the match that let people know Ring of Honor is fucking back. FTR does beat the Briscoes because we don't know what the future holds for the Briscoes. Again, Tony Khan is running Ring of Honor now. And again, as of, I think a couple of months ago, the Briscoes still have some explaining to do for their actions 10 years ago. Yes, I know it happened 10 years ago. What they said was very freaking homophobic, and it's let me just say this. It is one of those things where time should heal all wounds. It happened 10 years ago. Why are they being punished for something they said back in 2013? And especially since he apologized. It is one of those things, though, where if you're running a billion dollar corporation and you have people to answer to and they say no, what can you do? So hopefully, whatever they have to do, whatever them boys have to do to make things right, they get that done and get their asses back on TV. But in the meantime, the Young Bucks showed up out of nowhere, attacked the Briscoes, because the Young Bucks used to be with Ring of Honor. Before there was an AEW, this used to be the place to be for them, Ring of Honor. But then they attacked them boys, and then they set up a match between the top guys and the Young Bucks on Dynamite this Wednesday. And those belts, the Ring of Honor belts and the AAA belts, will be on the line. Yo! So we going from Briscoes and top guys to top guys and the Young Bucks. Only this time, the top guys are the baby faces and the Young Bucks are the heels. Man, y'all missing out. You are missing out if you are not watching Ring of Honor AEW and y'all stuck in the other company's land. I get it, okay? I get that the mindset is that WWE has more money. They got more money, so that means they're making, they're doing better jobs, they're having better shows. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. The real wrestling is in Ring of Honor and AEW. And if you love wrestling, this is the place you need to be. Yeah. And to my surprise, this is actually the first Briscoes match that some of my fans have watched, and they love them. They absolutely love them. That's good to see. That's good to hear. But yeah, man, that's definitely a match of the year candidate, and I don't see anything at WrestleMania topping it. I will be 1000% surprised if anything tops it. The only thing that could potentially top it is AJ Styles versus Edge. That's it. If they top it, awesome. If no one else does it, I wouldn't be surprised. But we'll see. We'll see. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to the rest of the show. They gave my boy Minoru Suzuki a championship match. And I said to myself, look, if you're going to bring in Minoru Suzuki, he has to win the belt, right? Yeah, he did. He beat Rhett Titus in like 5 minutes. Minoru Suzuki is your new Ring of Honor World Television Champion. Yo, they gave Minoru Suzuki a belt. Tony Khan, my boy Tony Khan, gave Minoru Suzuki a belt. Hell yeah! God damn it! I love this guy. I love Tony Khan. That alone was worth the price of admission. First off, the FTR versus Briscoes match. Listen to me. The rest of the show could have sucked. I wouldn't have given a damn. The match that mattered was worth the $30. Okay, I don't mean that. I'm happy the show didn't suck. But I'm for real when I say this. Like, when you have Minoru Suzuki on your show, who is easily one of the best wrestlers, period, you know you doing something right. Tony Khan said, I got Minoru Suzuki. Why the fuck is Red Titus on my screen? Give me that belt, bitch. Bitch. So yeah, that was good. Pure Championship match. Josh Woods taking on Wheeler Yuta. So first off, Josh Woods is a tank. He is a beast. And I hope he sticks around because he's amazing. Real talk, he's great. This match, and I kind of figured, and this is always going to happen, when you have a match on the caliber of FTR versus the Briscoes, you're going to need a buffer. And guess what match was the buffer? This match. See, when you do classics like that, and that's something Tony Khan needs to get better at, he needs to get better at anticipating which matches on the card are going to steal the show. And then have segments or buffers ready to go right afterwards. So, yeah, you had Minoru Suzuki squashing Red Titus, which was, I guess a buffer, but it wasn't strong enough. Because the crowd was quiet for the Pure Championship match. And the match wasn't even bad. It was actually solid. The problem is they wanted to take a break. They were worn out for that tag match. Now, they gave the belt to Wheeler Yuta. Wheeler Yuta is the new Pure Champion. Clearly they did this because we don't know what the contract status is of Josh Woods. And also, Wheeler Yuta is going to be on TV with the belt. And he'll most likely defend the belt on TV. Pure Championship rules. Honestly, if they wanted to bring that belt to AEW, I love how strict the Pure Championship matches are. You can only use, I think it's like you can only use 3 rope breaks. I think you could be disqualified if you go outside the ring. Like, it's straight up wrestle me. And I love that. And after you use your 3 rope breaks, you can't do it after that. That's so goddamn cool. That is so cool. We need that. That should just be a regular thing. Like, it's just, there's certain things that certain companies do sometimes that I just go, man, why doesn't everybody do that? Like, rope breaks should have a limit. Like, if you use 3 rope breaks, like, oh, sorry, bruh. Nope, no more rope breaks. So now, if it hooks in a submission, you're fucked. You know? But I like they told that story, that Wheeler used up his rope breaks, and then he got a surprise pin on Josh Woods. He out-wrestled Josh Woods. So, yeah, he's a new champ. What's up, Wheeler Yuta? I guess you get to bring that belt to AEW, and William Regal will show you some love, huh? Okay, Wheeler Yuta. I really do like Wheeler Yuta. I love that he's been given a lot of spotlight and getting a chance to get over, which, hey, you know what? That's something WWE isn't doing. It isn't giving enough spotlight to the younger generation. I'm just saying. And then we got the main event of the evening. Bandito versus Jonathan Gresham, who is the undisputed Ring of Honor champion. I believe before Ring of Honor went out of business, or on hiatus, Bandito was the champ. Then COVID happened, and so now it was Josh Gresham who was the champ. So now they had this match to determine who the real champ is. And Chavo Guerrero came out with Bandito, and Chavo's like, look, I'm gonna help you. I'm here to help you. Do what I say, you gonna win. Okay? We gonna watch you and steal this bitch. So the match was awesome. There was a spot during the match where Bandito, and I'm serious, he did a stalling suplex. You know, a suplex when you hold him up like that. Okay, now imagine him holding him up for a minute, which is 60 seconds. Okay, you imagine it? Guess what? It actually did fucking happen. He held, and I'm serious when I say this, he held homeboy up for a minute. He had the crowd counting 1, 2, 3. They counted to 60 and then he dropped him. A full minute. I was so after that. I'm like, you know what? Whatever you do, I don't care. A. This is an A. It wasn't perfect. There were a couple of sloppy spots in there, and so I couldn't give it a strong A. But I'll give it a moderate A. It was definitely easily one of the best matches on the entire show. Josh Grisham. Wrong one. Not the Grisham I was talking about. Although, I wonder what he's doing. What is Josh Grisham doing? Let's move on from him. But, Josh Grisham. Jonathan Grisham. That's the other one that I was looking for. I thought he looked great. Like, here's what I like about him. It's the small stuff that he does. There was a spot in the match where Bandito tried to, run to the ropes or tried to Irish whip Jonathan to the ropes, and Jonathan fell on his butt and put his right foot or his feet on Bandito's right foot and stopped him from executing the Irish whip. And I went, that's clever. I haven't seen that before. That was clever though. I like it a lot. So little small things like that, the psychology in their matches that they showcase, I love that. I think that's cool. Do more of that, please. Do more of that, if you will. But yeah, like, I'm hearing they want to sign Jonathan Grisham to an AEW contract. Yes, please. Can we get Bandito as well? I want Bandito. Although, actually, no, I don't think they can sign Bandito. Is he like... I think Bandito works with CMLL. It's either CMLL or AAA. So they would have to wait until his contract expires with them to sign him. But, yeah, man, that's definitely a talent I would get. Bandito as well. He's awesome. He's fantastic. But the match was outstanding, and Jonathan Grisham won. And as you know, after he won, Jay Lethal does come out to tell him, I want a shot at your title. And then Jonathan was like, bruh, what you did earlier, sorry, you can't have it. You haven't earned it. And you're not a man of honor. And I don't wrestle people who aren't honorable. And then Jay Lethal goes to snap. And then Sanjay Dutt enters the ring. And then all of a sudden, Sanjay Dutt and Jay Lethal attack homeboy. They attack Jonathan Grisham. And so you're thinking to yourself, okay, are we really going to end the show like this? Jay Lethal picks up the belt. He holds him out. And the next thing you hear is, wah, 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 wah. And then freaking Samoa Joe comes out to a enormous pop. Astronomically big. It was massive. Got his ass in the ring. They couldn't shut up. It was pandemonium when Joe went out there. He put, what's his name, to sleep? No, never mind. He choked his ass out. He choked out Sanjay Dutt. He just, go to sleep, bitch. Go to sleep. It was so goddamn good. And that's how we ended it. We ended it with Samoa Joe endorsing Jonathan Grisham. And then the announcement was made that he will be on All Elite Wrestling this Wednesday, because he is indeed All Elite. And that's how we ended the show. That was more than worth the $30. That was outstanding. That was a great show. Amazing. Top to bottom. I definitely recommend that you go see it if you have not. This was awesome. I loved the show. I loved it. And I am happy to say that Ring of Honor is back and better than ever. So that is my rating for that. That is my grade. That is my review. So let me get these super chats in really quickly, and then we'll get to Rampage before we get to the live chat reactions.
Imagine Samoa Joe versus Jon Moxley. By the way, thank you for being a positive influence in the IWC. Keep up the good work.
Why, thank you, sir. A positive influence. Me? Thank you for subscribing, by the way. Yeah, thank you. That's very nice of you to say that. For now, I wonder how long that's going to stick, because you just never know anymore. All right. Rampage. I did want to talk about it really quickly. It's not going to be a long review, but I was very impressed with this show. I thought Young Bucks and Top Flight had a great match. Of course, Young Bucks had to win that one because they're fighting FTR on Wednesday. They also had the House of Black, who are so fucking cool. The House of Black is so cool. They're just so cool. They're awesome. So the House of Black beat Fuego del Sol, Evil Uno, and Stu Grayson. Man, if I had to choose the next people to fight CM Punk, it would be the House of Black. It should be the House of Black. Give it to me. Give me Malachi Black and CM Punk. Do it. Give it. Give it to me. Give it to me. Sorry. But yeah, the House of Black did win. Then we got more stuff with Dan Lambert, Page, and Ty Conti and Sammy Guevara. Because, you know, they busted up Dan Lambert's car because, you know, they can and not go to jail, apparently. They're continuing the feud between Sammy Guevara and our boy Scorpio Sky. We got more Owen Hart tournament qualifier. Jamie Hayter beat Sky Blue. And then we got more with Chris Statlander, who is building a new character. Now, all of that is great, but the main event is what mattered the most, and that was Keith Mother effing Lee taking on Powerhouse Hobbs. And yes, it was awesome. It was a great Hoss fight from top to bottom. I loved it. I thought it was great. You had some interference from, was it Ricky Starks? Or was it Taz? Or both? I think it was all of them. I do remember Ricky Starks getting on the apron, and then he had a chair, and Keith Lee punched that chair into Ricky Starks' face. Just, bah! And knocked him off the apron. Then you had Powerhouse Hobbs have the pin on Keith Lee, but the referee was distracted, which allowed Keith Lee to then hit him with the Supernova and pin him 1, 2, 3. So afterwards, you had Swerve Strickland, wrong one. Swerve Strickland come out to help Keith Lee take on our boys over here, Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs, and they're setting up a tag team match. I want it. Now, I'm sure we won't get it next week because Dynamite is already stacked, but you gotta give me Ricky Starks, Powerhouse Hobbs, Keith Lee, and, of course, Swerve. That match is going to be a fire! So I can't wait for that. Dynamite is going to be fire this week. I can't wait for that. I can't wait for Dynamite. I can't wait for Ring of Honor. I saw someone ask, so what's the status of Ring of Honor in terms of a TV deal? As of right now, I don't think they have one. Which is why they gave the belts to the AEW talent to keep it relevant. But, yeah, I think they should be getting a TV deal soon. Now, when they have the TV deal, they'll need to have someone running the company. Who will that be? I have no idea. We'll find out. So, yeah, listen, we got Samoa Joe. So in my personal opinion, WWE can have Cody. We got Samoa Joe. And he better. Ain't no one better. Okay? Okay. Now, yeah, we're gonna definitely talk more about Samoa Joe in the future. Because that's gonna be a hot topic. It's a great time to be a wrestling fan. It is an amazing time to do this. So yes, I really do appreciate y'all for making me a part of your day. So we're going to take the next 10-15 minutes to talk to the live chat, and then I'm going to get out of here. Sounds good? Awesome. So live chat, sound off. Give me your thoughts about how you felt about the show. And as I suspected, we hit 120 viewers. We had 120 viewers here. Because, you know, what happens is we got other people going live with me, so the people who can't make it will come later. So that is what it is. I ain't complaining. I just know that's what we got to do. So what y'all in here talking about? What we talking about in here? What's up, New Japan Pro Wrestling girl? Who says all we need is Athena, and then we good. That women's division with Athena, you could send her to Ring of Honor. That should be the one who beats Jay Cargill. If anyone's gonna beat Jay Cargill, it would be Athena. For real. Let me see here. What y'all in here? What you said here? Sam 3, technically everything in Dallas. Everything is Dallas, suburbs. Oh, what y'all talking about? Well, you're right. Most of Dallas is suburbs, which is great because I want a suburb land. How y'all feel about Mauro Ranallo on commentary? Anthony White says Anthony White says Miro and Ring of Honor would be dope. Miro as a Ring of Honor World Champion? Woo! Yes, sir. But Mauro Ranallo. Man. Kurt Luttrell says, what's up? What's up, man? What up? Swerve's theme is dope, and he made his own theme too. So here's the thing: every time it gets played, he gets ching. He makes a check off of it. Let me see. Husky 518. I was going for my Taco Bell, brother. All right, y'all have fun with your Taco Bell. Mr. Unfamiliar says Jay Lethal is top 5 best wrestlers today. You can argue maybe top 10, but top 5, sorry. I just thought about 6 people who beat him, but he's definitely up there for sure. Jay Lethal always has great matches. Facts. Let's see. Khalil Does Everything says he loved the heel turn angle with Jay Lethal. Heel Jay Lethal is money. Give him TV time. Oh, for sure. And kicked his fucking crutch. Poor Matt Sydal getting his crutch kicked. Yes, Deonna Purrazzo should have been booked. And again, imagine Deonna Purrazzo versus freaking Mercedes Martinez. That match would have been great. People told me Kelly Klein is also on the roster. What happened to her? I wonder what happened to her. Cause that was the one who held the belt before Roxy. That's who I was thinking about. Kelly Klein. Yeah, for real. My boy Ultra Shadow said that Willow girl is cute indeed. Of course she's cute. You speaking facts here, boy. Of course she's cute. She better be cute. Shit. Kevin S. Willow should have been on an opening match then. Dark elevation quality. Maybe she needs to train at the Nightmare Factory or with Booker T. Booker! Yeah, she needs to train a little bit. She's still wet behind the ears, as Jim Cornette would say. Firestar Hart. The backup plan to Hogan turning into the NWO was Sting. Oh yeah, that's common knowledge, dude. They were gonna have Sting turn heel if Hogan didn't agree. But he did. Let's see here. One of the best tag matches this year though. I don't know. That's hard since AEW have a few tag matches that are awesome. No, sorry, dude. I'm giving it match of the year. Best tag match all year. The match was awesome. It's been awesome. I see a lot of people saying that was the first time they watched the Briscoes. I've known about the Briscoes for over a decade now. I just didn't give a fuck. I just didn't think they were all that special because what they do and what they believe in. Just saying. But they've shown that they have gotten better, which is good. Black and Gold NXT died, and the promotion it was modeled after closed up shop. So Tony Khan brought it. So Tony Khan bought it, reopened it, and gave Ring of Honor NXT and all wrestling fans that good. Man, you know it's true. How we feeling about Wheeler Yuta as champ? I see some people liking it. Anthony White says, "You the Wheeler as champ. Let's go." Yeah, I like the pure championship rules. And again, I'll say it again. I personally feel like all matches should have that because it's so freaking effective, man. The use of rope breaks, you can only have 3. That's really cool. Let's see here. Only on April Fools does Samoa Joe and Taker. Does Samoa Joe show up and Taker has to retire? Is that Malik Hiltz? God damn it. Hide the wives, hide the kids. Malik Hiltz is in the building. Because you know he be lurking. People saying watch Taker's speech. I'm going to watch Taker's speech before I go to bed. Because people are telling me that it's amazing. So I'll definitely check it out. I will check it out, I promise. Alright. WWE can have Cody Rhodes. We got Samoa Joe. Absolutely. Absolutely. I am Mike Ashman. The Briscoes and FTR are currently the best tag teams in the game today. The Briscoes have wrestled all day from WrestleCon, GCW, Ring of Honor, and Main Event Impact. Insane schedule. Like, for real. Give them credit where credit is due. They really brought their A game. Ken Menard. I beat myself up for not wasting my time I beat myself up for wasting my time with SmackDown and only watching the last 2 matches of Supercard. Yeah, man, you missed out. You missed out on FTR and Briscoes. You missed out. Hide the wives, hide the kids. Malik Hiltz is in the building. Alright, guys, it's gonna be a long week, so how's about we go ahead and end this one here. So as always, thank you for making me a part of your day. Please leave a comment as you file out about your thoughts on the show. Night 1 for WrestleMania is tomorrow. I will post that as soon as this is done. I'm going to be up here slapping it on you. Because that's going to be quite the night. And we will do a review on that tomorrow, immediately after the show. So as soon as it goes up, click the reminder and I'll see you then. But those of you who did tune into my stream today, leave a like, leave a comment, donate, PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, Venmo. Do whatever you can to support the channel. I'll see you guys next time, right here in Alyx's World. Safe space for wrestling fans like you. Take care of yourselves, for real. Always love yourselves, and always know that this is a safe space for you. See you later. Okay. I thought I was leaving. Guess I'm not going nowhere. Thank you, GM Working TV, for the donation. Are we gonna do this all night? Like when I try to leave, y'all gonna stop me from leaving? Well, too bad. I'm out. I got things to do. Dag nabbit. Catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.